Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
You have been waiting on it all year. Now, it's your chance to make this Christmas better than ever. Get the extra cash you need with a Make This Christmas Better loan from the GUT Credit Union. Get up to $50,000 to celebrate your Christmas and make your holiday dreams come true. Home improvements, new furniture, a vehicle, debt consolidation, or even a vacation. We can help you get there. Yes, you can. Make this Christmas better with the GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Good evening and welcome to the GBN television news for Tuesday, November 30th, 2021. In the headlines, driving instructors take protest action after traffic department strips 30-year-old guide marks for driving students, saying it is immoral. Social Development Minister Delma Thomas defends the continued leadership of political leader and Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell. Government called on to honor its promise to divest Grenlex shares to the Grenadian people. Governor General Dame Cecile Lagrenade and Prime Minister Mitchell were among scores of dignitaries to officially welcome the Republic of Barbados. Coming up in regional developments, we take you to the official ceremony as Barbados officially becomes the latest republic in the Eastern Caribbean. And in international developments, World Airlines warn that the Omicron will hit airline travel again. And in sports, Grenada shines at the pool at Junior Pan Am Games. The details of these and other stories are straight ahead.
Are you a small business and would like your business to grow? Do you have an event, products or services that people should know about? Be wise. Advertise. Book your spot on GBN Shopping Guide. Be part of Grenada's biggest advertising medium, the Grenada Broadcasting Network. Call our sales department now on 440-2446 or 440-3033 or GBN plus the number sign. Email us at sales@gbn.gd. Special conditions apply.
Thanks for joining us. I am Blossom Alexis-Welsh with the details. Our top story tonight begs the question, did the majority of drivers in Grenada obtain their license by unknowingly cheating? Driving instructors in the south of the island have refused to participate in any driving exams going forward after they were asked to remove the markings on their vehicles, which has assisted students and instructors over the years in the exams we call the sticks with no prior notice. However, the man who heads the traffic department of the Royal Grenada Police Force says it's immoral. Rena Perry-Thomas brings us the details.
No mask, no sticks, no road. No mask, no sticks, no road.
That's the chant made by driving instructors who engaged in protest action at the South St. George police station on Tuesday morning. The instructors took this action after they were informed on Monday that they were to remove the markings placed on their cars to assist students in the sticks exams, which were scheduled for the following day. They refused to take part in any stick or road exams with their students going forward until this is reversed. This instructor, who preferred to be off camera, said the situation is unacceptable as there was no consultation held on the matter, while the short notice puts their students at a great disadvantage.
Our concern is this. After you teach a child, and after the child has been taught, then you examine the child. Yeah? The child when they are taught to use pen, they are taught to use pencils to write. Now what you find after they finish writing, they finish in the classroom to do an exam. They are now said, no pencils allowed, no pens allowed in the exam, how would the child able to do the exam properly?
According to another instructor, the marking have been used for over 30 years as a means of teaching the students. It is said that more time should be given to instructors and students to adjust to the new rules. Over 15 students were unable to do the exams on Tuesday morning due to the situation. They had this to say about the development.
You work for 5 years in secondary school to go and do CSEC. You know all the exams beforehand, you know what's going to happen, and then on the day of the exam they come and tell you how to do something else, something completely different that you never prepared for in any way, shape or form, and then they expect you to still want to do it, and they still expect you to actually do it and pass.
Because for one, we've been doing it with the Mac, and it's still pretty difficult to get everything to line up, and on top of that is they're allowing us only a certain amount of stops, and that is just very difficult to do, especially if you don't have any marks. You would have to stop only a certain amount of times. However, if they at least give us a unlimited amount of stops, maybe we could adjust ourselves to make sure, we could get a better chance of going in.
Last week, the student went up with the mark. Now this week, we can't go up with the mark. And then my question is, who compensates for further lessons? What do I do now?
Senior officer at the Southern George Police Station escorted instructors and students from the property of the station during the protests. In seeking a response from the traffic department of the RGPF, officer in charge, Superintendent Randy Cornett, says the mechanism used by the instructor is immoral and should not continue.
The driving schools, for some time now apparently, would have engaged in placing markers along their vehicles to give a gauge or an indication to the students who would be sitting the exam, the practical exam, to give them an unfair advantage. And in my opinion, and the opinion of many others who this matter was brought up to, it's just a clear case of cheating. Really concerned about what was happening, and as a responsible individual, taking into account the mandate given to me, I had to address that without delay, and this is exactly what happened here today.
A sit-down discussion will be held between the instructors and ranking officers of the traffic department in the coming days. Meanwhile, driving instructors throughout the island are not permitted to use the markings going forward. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett-Thomas reporting.
And now let's get back to budget discussion. MP for St. Andrews Northwest, Delma Thomas, is standing by her political leader and Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell as concerns about leadership succession within the new National Party were recently raised publicly. Mrs. Thomas says they remain confident in tried and tested leadership. Here's Gerard Joseph with that report.
Grenadians had the opportunity via a national referendum to change the term limits of the Prime Minister and chose not to do so. Now, Parliamentary Representative for St. Andrews Northwest, Delma Thomas, considers it unfair that there have been calls for Prime Minister Mitchell to step down and a new leader elected. Thomas points to Dr. Mitchell, long having indicated to the party that he was ready to resign.
And I recall very vividly the private retreat, but I still would talk about it, that he says he's willing and he's ready. But I remember the whole team saying that now is not the time, that we want you to lead us to the next election.
The MP says this is the rationale for the Prime Minister recently announcing that the next election will be his last.
And so the Prime Minister will step down when he has to, but he would not be pushed out by any person saying, well, age, because there's no age when you're talking about leadership, Mr. Speaker. All of us here, we started young and we reach a particular age. But we're talking about tried and tested leadership. In our Prime Minister, he has been tried and tested.
She impresses that it is important to note that Dr. Mitchell and his team were reasonably voted into office.
Not once, not twice. They have decided to vote us in 15-0. So how come are we talking leadership issue here? When the nation has made a decision to vote the new National Party, that's because they tried others and they have decided that they wanted. So 2013, maybe we could have said, well, there's a failed leadership, so they give us 15. But we served for 5 years, and then they gave us the next 15 nil. And we're talking about leadership?
Mrs. Thomas also addresses the concerns of dictatorship within the party.
You know why you're hearing about dictatorship? Because he's a leader that is able to keep his team together. That's a leader that's able to keep his team together. So you call it dictatorship, call it what you want. But that's a leader that is able to keep his team together. Do you see we are fighting? What you see among us is love.
The MP says they have a leader who understands governance, politics, and team dynamics. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
The review of the number of compulsory subjects to take in skilled areas for students beginning their secondary school journey will be a focus in 2022, so says Education Minister Emmeline Pear as she made her contributions to the budget debate on Tuesday. Here's Gerard Joseph once again.
Expanding skills training in secondary schools will be an area of top priority going forward in 2022. As Education Minister Emmeline Pear says, the role of TVET and skills training in the transformation of society will be examined. Minister Pear says it forms part of the government's agenda for economic diversification.
Mr. Speaker, opportunities for technical and vocational education for all of our learners. So, Speaker, traditionally we have this perception that TVET, when you speak TVET, when you speak skills training, you're talking about the children. Well, Mr. Speaker, great mistake we have been making, and we have to correct that. The mindset when it comes to skills training has to be transformed.
Thus, the Education Minister says vocational learning will be given prominence in our education system, just as academic qualifications.
Mr. Speaker, at this time, we are working on the qualification framework. As I've said before publicly, we must get to that point. Thousands of people have been doing CVQ after CVQ. We must get to that point where we can say what a CVQ is equal to, is equivalent to.
She says the divide must be eliminated in regards to skill-based and academic learning while giving proper recognition to people who contribute to national development via skilled labor.
And so, Mr. Speaker, our skills policy will be finalized in 2022. A lot of work with stakeholders took place this year. Our TVET policy and strategy, we've already had a launch of one, Mr. Speaker, and we conclude that in 2022.
She highlights the Furniture Making Institute in Montreach and the Garment Making Factory in Pearls as the start to such a process. Meanwhile, the Education Minister knows that in 2022, an assessment of exams will be conducted.
Mr. Speaker, examinations would also be reviewed in the context of why do we put students on their examinations? What do we do with the results of examination? Careful attention, Mr. Speaker, in 2022 would be placed in that area. Do we have too much exams?
I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
The battle lines are drawn as Grenada's opposition leader Tobias Clement took the floor on Monday morning to respond to the budget as presented by Finance Minister Gregory Bowen last Friday. Highlighting and rebuffing issues highlighted by the Finance Minister, the opposition leader had one request. He wants to be fulfilled by the Keith Mitchell-led government. And here's Cherian Blackman-Stephen with that story.
It was in April of 2020 that Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell addressed the sitting of the lower House of Representatives, saying government will not own majority shares in the Grenada Electricity Services Limited, GRENLEC, and that these shares will be offered to the Grenadian-based companies and individuals.
This would be for a temporary period. Let me make it clear. Temporary period. We hope to give out shares to business persons in this country or private sector persons because we believe the GRENLEC is in fact a very profitable business. So anybody investing in GRENLEC will do well.
While much has been said by the country's Finance Minister Gregory Bowen to address the cries of the Grenadian people, When it comes to a major leap in electricity bills, no disclosure is yet made about government's plans for the shares of the company. Opposition leader Tobias Clement, in his response to the budget on Monday, called on government to ensure that Grenlec's shares are divested to the Grenadian people.
I would ask the government, before election is called next year or the year after, whenever it is called, make sure that we divest the shares of Grenlec to the Grenadian people. I too may want to own a couple shares.
Mr. Clement said it will be a calamity if the shares fall back into the hands of WRB, to whom government battled and paid a massive price in order to regain control of the company.
Mr. Speaker, God forbid, as election turns on a dime, just perhaps, Grenlec might end up back in the hands of WRB. You want to take that chance? I wouldn't take that chance.
Government's move is towards renewable energy, but the opposition leader is questioning their calculations towards this planned achievement.
On Friday, Mr. Speaker, the minister here announced that Grenada would be 100% renewable by the year 2030. We're not even 1% yet. What magic is that?
As part of the 2022 fiscal relief measures, government announced that it will zero-rate the VAT on electricity consumption for domestic consumers with usage up to 500 kilowatt-hours. Government will also remove the environmental levy for this category of consumers whose usage does not exceed 500 kilowatt-hours. Additionally, with the rise in the price of fuel expected to continue, a reduction of 25% on the non-fuel charge per kilowatt hour will be instituted for all categories of consumers.
Why is it? Why, Mr. Speaker, we have to wait until we buy back Grenlec to remove VAT on electricity? Mr. Speaker, that is not true. That is not true. So why should he come to this House and make a statement like that? VAT could be removed any time because VAT belongs to the government. While it is a small portion, even the taxes on petrol, Mr. Speaker, does not belong to the WRB or Grenlec. It belongs to the government.
These changes will take effect in the next billing cycle. But even this announcement was challenged by Mr. Clement.
This is good to some extent. But what was not said, Mr. Speaker, maybe starting from January of next year, but they did not specify any length of timing. I don't know if it's forever, Mr. Speaker. I am wondering, is Grenlec now going to become Grenada's government little piggy bank for slush funds to do as we please whenever?
Cherry and Blackman, Stephen. GBN News.
This is GBN Primetime Edition of News. Still to come, Governor General Dame Cecile Lagranat and Prime Minister Mitchell among scores of dignitaries to officially welcome the Republic of Barbados. That story is next.
It's the season to give, and Grenlec invites you to give a gift of love and light to someone in our community who has been challenged by COVID-19. Make your account current and nominate someone for a chance to win. 200 winners will be gifted with a $400 grocery voucher or a $75 electricity voucher. If we select your entry, you too will win. Visit our website or Facebook page for more information. Terms and conditions apply. Promotion runs November 24th to December 24th. Give a gift from Grenlec this holiday.
With Republic Bank. Light up your home with renovation. Light up your driveway with a new vehicle. Even better, light up the faces of your loved ones with a loan from Republic Bank. Get up to $50,000 unsecured, reduced interest rates, quick approvals, and win cash prizes with Republic Bank.
The holidays are here. Republic spreading the cheer. Come on and light up your Christmas with Republic.
Make this Christmas your brightest with Republic Bank. Special terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Eat safe foods after an emergency or disaster. Unsafe foods can make you sick, even if it looks and smells normal. Throw away foods that come into contact with flood waters, have an unusual smell, color, or texture, and foods in damaged, rusted, or swollen cans. A message from the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council in collaboration with the Ministry of Health with support from the Pan American Health Organization.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
Ariza Credit Union wishes you a joyous and peaceful Christmas. May you and your loved ones continue to be safe as you enjoy the festive season.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
Ariza Credit Union, your financial freedom, your future.
We're here to make you happy, 'cause that's what we do.
Let's get tough on breed your larceny. It will destroy our economy. Larceny threatens our food security. Can hurt us locally, hurt us globally. To all the buyers, ask for license from all produce sellers. To all the people, 400 for police for them thieving fellas. To all the families, don't steal produce from your brother. Then you sell it to traffickers, hotels and street vendors. Nah, man. Let's do all we can to stop radio larceny. New vigilance, new laws, and a tough judiciary. Stop Grenada's organized business crime. It's time.
To report pre-deal larceny, call 300.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Light up this Christmas with Republic. Come on and brighten up the holidays with Republic.
Light up your Christmas with Republic Bank. Light up your home with renovation. Light up your driveway with a new vehicle. Even better, light up the faces of your loved ones with a loan from Republic Bank. Get up to $50,000 unsecured. Reduce interest rates, quick approvals, and win cash prizes with Republic Bank.
The holidays are here. Republic spreading the cheer. Come on and light up your Christmas with Republic.
Make this Christmas your brightest with Republic Bank. Special terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back to the news. Psychosocial support for frontline workers who have been facing the pandemic head-on is being intensely pursued by the Ministry of Health. Health Minister Nicholas Steele says they have been working with Northwell Hospital in the United States, especially in regards to dealing with post-traumatic stress for the health team.
And how do I know, Mr. Speaker, that my medical team, frontline, have been under tremendous pressure? Because I've been there, Mr. Speaker, with them in some of our darkest moments.
Noting his first-hand experience within the ICU, the minister says he was able to witness what those frontline workers encountered daily. Moving on and moving with technology, the National Insurance Scheme is providing its members with easier access to their information and services provided by the scheme. On Tuesday, NIS launched a new website and their first ever web portal. Here's Rena Pear Thomas with that story.
The web portal is a paperless mechanism that was developed to make it easier for employees to make their claims and access any services that the insurance scheme provides. Doctors, with just a click of a button, can file workers' sick leave, maternity, or work injury forms, which will be emailed to employers and employees, who in turn can put the necessary information and submit it to NIS, creating a less hectic process. General Manager of the National Insurance Scheme, Dorset Cromwell, in his remarks says the web portal is NIS' new way of meeting customers' needs.
We now have almost 100% of our data processing uploaded electronically. Notwithstanding this, however, this is one of the activities we have targeted on this web portal to improve. Here at the NIS, we engage in continuous improvement. We continue to innovate and, where possible, to make quantum leap. Today, we believe that this represents a quantum leap in our operations across a wide range of services.
In order for persons to access the services, both employer and employee will have to register online with up-to-date NIS documents within the registration department. The system will require an individual's national registration number along with a birth certificate or a passport number before you are allowed to register online. You must also have a valid email address on record. Information Technology Manager Dwayne Noel gave a breakdown of the operation of the portal.
You must create an account to be able to access the services on the portal. If you don't do that, then there'll be nothing linked to you. So you create that account, and then by doing that account, you put in your, for example, you can create an account as an employee or as an employer. When you put in the name, the address, and you register, it will send you a confirmation code, which you would have to then confirm. And that is why what we are asking persons at this point in time, as we are rolling out the web portal, users need to confirm and make sure that we have your email address and your contact number.
Noel also spoke of some of the services offered to employers within the portal.
You have a compliance certificate. So if you're an employer and you're requesting a compliance certificate to do whatever transaction that you need to do, we have improved the process where you don't need to come in, you send you fill out the information, you indicate, and remember, because you're connected to our database, you have all the other information is populated, so you don't have to write out all of that. All you have to put in is the reason that you need a certificate for and your position in the organization.
The website and portal were developed by Low Tech Innovation and the IT department of NIS. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Presentation Brothers College celebrates its Diamond Jubilee come 2022. The 75th anniversary launch was held on Monday. Chrislina John shares the details with us.
Beginning January 2022 to January 2023, the Presentation Brothers College will be celebrating its 75th anniversary under the theme, Celebrating Our Contributions to Nation Building. Ms. Perron Johnson highlighted some of the activities that will mark the occasion.
Indeed, some solid contributions. As part of the celebrations, both past and current students will be honored for their contributions towards the life of the school in various forms. Additionally, the anniversary celebrations, as mentioned, will bring together past students here in Grenada and throughout the diaspora via a series of events. The celebration will focus on bringing the entire PBC community together, while we thank God for sustaining us through this 75 challenging years.
All past teachers, students, parents, and well-wishers are encouraged to be part of the year-long celebration. During Monday's launch, Principal of the institution, Mr. Dominic Jeremiah, acknowledged the winner of the logo competition for the 75th anniversary celebration, Zachary Julian. Zachary explained the features and their significance.
The logo represents the 75 years anniversary of PBC. of management, secretarial and auxiliary staff, and parents. The nutmeg represents Grenada, the Isle of Spice. The green leaf represents the growth of the schools from 1947 to 2022 from a relatively small student population to over 400 students. The gold represents academics, morals, and ethical standards. The college enjoyed a reputation for excellence in athletic activities as well as a result of our students' achievement.
Some of the other logo submissions will also be used as part of the branding for the 75th anniversary. The year-long celebration will open with a 75th anniversary mass on January 21st, 2022. This celebration of Holy Mass will kick off a series of monthly events throughout the year. The 75th anniversary celebrations intend to honor past and current students who have made significant contributions to the school and Grenada throughout the institution's 7.5 decades of existence. Additionally, the anniversary will bring together past students in Grenada and the diaspora through a series of in-person and hybrid events. The Presentation Brothers College Grenada was founded by Irish missionaries serving under the leadership of Blessed Edmund Rice, first opened its doors to serve the Grenadian community in January 1947. Christina John, GBN News.
And now let's turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media. Rena Perry-Thomas has been looking around the platforms.
We present the news. You analyze the various topics and distill the issues as they unfold. Your distillation points matter as we're about to highlight them in our Social Buzz report.
About 8 lifeguards involved in Saturday's attempt to save a 10-year-old boy at Grandance Beach are said to be devastated by the outcome and will undergo professional help. GBN brought this story and you, our online audience, took to the comments section to air your views. James Daniels said, "Honestly, I think there should be more than one lifeguard station on the beach. If someone drowning all the way down past the vendor's market, no way a lifeguard can know unless someone is fast so they can reach the lifeguard in time." Veronica Jeremiah commented, "So sad. My sincere condolences to his family and friends. May his soul rest in eternal peace. High fly with the angels, little one." Paris wrote, "Oh my, so sorry to hear about this tragedy. I am not blaming anyone here, but isn't that the sole purpose of posting lifeguards on the beach, to prevent things like this from happening?" Nika Cobb said, "Yes, more needs to be done in getting equipment for the lifeguards in order to help secure and patrol the beaches of Grenada. However, all of this obviously will not be done at once without funding. It's step by step and the lifeguards are trained." Jackie Lewis wrote, "I can't just imagine the pain these parents and loved ones are going through. Very sad situation. Sleep in peace, little one." And finally, Zendaya Felix commented, "Think they need to have at least 6 lifeguards on the beaches, cause Grandance Beach is very big, also on BBC Beach. They need some lifeguards as well." That's a wrap for tonight's Buzz. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
Thank you, Rena. And still ahead, the People's Republic of China makes financial contribution towards Information Center at Dragons Bay. That story next.
Beep disinfectant spray is certified by a U.S. EPA compliant lab to kill the coronavirus that causes COVID-19. Beep disinfectant spray is now available in a convenient travel-size can that travels everywhere with you. Beep for a happy, healthy home.
Please be advised that our office has been relocated to Steele's Commercial Complex, Grandance St. George. We at CGI, Consumers Guarantee Insurance Company Limited, look forward to serving you at our new location. Call us on telephone number 440-0217 or visit our website www.insurecgi.com. Looking for a professional team offering around-the-clock, private and confidential nursing, medical care, and aid services? Then look no further. Nurses Care Grenada is a fully certified, insured, and licensed healthcare facility committed to the reduction and eventual elimination of healthcare disparities affecting the nation. Our registered nurses will visit you at your home, assess your condition, and provide the required treatment under the directive of a doctor. So why worry when there's Nurses Care Grenada? Give us a call, 406-3928. Nurses Care, reliable, trusted professionals we can all depend on.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
Welcome to Voyager, your favorite home goods store. Visit us today at our upstairs branch for the best variety in curtains, bedside lamps, Christmas decor, throw pillows, blankets, bathroom sets, and so much more. Downstairs you'll find all your home good items at the best prices. We hope to see you soon.
Introducing Color by Sissons. 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 Color by Sissons.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Across Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique, Flow has been the leading telecommunications provider for decades. As we continue to work for you, we are modernizing our fixed network and transitioning all customers to our latest technology. By the end of 2021, the new network offers customers faster speeds, better quality, and a more reliable service experience with faster fault detection and repair time. Upgrading to the new network is free. Just visit any of our retail outlets. Look out for sales agents in your community. Call our virtual store at 444-3569 or send us a text via WhatsApp at 407-3569. Remember, as we transition to our new network, we are simultaneously shutting down our older network. To avoid service interruption, arrange to make your move to the new network as soon as possible. Flow, committed to connecting our communities.
Welcome back. The People's Republic of China has provided $185,000 towards a project in Bushiju, St. George. The project is scheduled for completion by the first week of February 2022. Here's Christelina John with the details.
With funding from the People's Republic of China, work on a one-story concrete structure that will serve as an information and resource center at Dragons Bay has started. This forms part of a wider project to be undertaken by the Bushiju Eco Development Association, Inc. President of the Bushiju Eco Development Association, Inc., Deborah Charles, says there is much to offer visitors in terms of the history of Dragons Bay, along with the added attraction of the underwater sculpture park within close proximity.
Trying to come up with projects and programs that will enable community members to really benefit from any development that takes place within all the communities within Northwest. Here at Dragon Bay, what we're trying to focus on is an interpretation center where you'd get information and history of the Dragon Bay area. It has a very rich and interesting history, and we also want to have a vendor's booth, and in the future right now we're trying to seek funding to install a jetty so that we can invite catamarans and all those sort of tours to come right here in Dragon Bay, because there's a lot to offer here.
Vice President Dudley Antwine spoke on the objectives of such a project in the area. He spoke about the opportunities that the project will create for people in the surrounding communities.
They're going to be trained in hospitality, the history of the area, and anything that would enhance the tourist industry. So that's the first 21. Now, as we progress, we would have, I guess the fishermen would be able to, with their boats, take people to the sculpture park, which is only 10 seconds outside of Marlin of Dragons Bay. $185,000, and this came from the People's Republic of China. And from the special funding, which was $18,000. This money that we got, is what is going to take care of this aspect of the project.
The structure, according to contractor David John, will be constructed in accordance with the building code.
Yes, it is a one-story building designed by the Ministry of Infrastructure with all specification necessary for hurricane resilience and so forth. Being an experienced builder, if there is anything I see necessary to help enhance in terms of strength, I will definitely do so.
Christina John, GBN News.
And now it's time for us to take a peek through the GBN eyesore lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Tonight, GBN's eyesore, we are thrilled to share with you this golden, breathtaking view. Our citizen journalist says, quote, "The sun says hello and goodbye at sunrise. It brings a salutation for new beginnings," unquote. We thank our eyesore reporter for this beautiful submission. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Stay with us. Coming up next, the weather, followed by sports and our probe around the globe.
Gifts of love with dread, bringing love for you this game. Communion showing that we care, with gifts of love with dread.
We're bringing you gifts of love with cheer at the communal. This Christmas, we are your Santa. It's all about sharing the warmth of this season with those you love. Get in on this special loan, taking advantage of great interest rates with no principal payments until January 2022. Share the gift of love. Make it a merrier Christmas with the communal. Exciting prizes for members throughout the promotion. For we are your Santa this Christmas. Offer ends January 31st, 2022. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Communion showing that we care, with gifts of love with dread.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 for 18-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Foliage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
Introducing YouTube and TikTok to the Digicel Prime Bundle. Now get 1 GB daily to enjoy more YouTube. Plus 1 GB daily to like more TikTok videos. It's simply more entertainment bundled together. Get a 7-day bundle for $35 in My Digicel. More apps, more data, more fun. Digicel, better together.
Good evening, sporting fans. Let's start off with some more news about Grenada's team at the Pan Am Junior Games in Colombia. Joseph Ross took center court yesterday in the round of 32 in the men's individual tennis competition at the first Pan Am Junior Games in Colombia. Ross crushed his opponent Blake McLean, Alan Lee, and won his match in 2 straight sets, 6-1, 6-1, to advance to the round of 16 in the men's individual tennis competition. He continued his event today but failed to qualify after losing his round 4-0. In swimming action, Gabrielle Hyson and Kerry Oliver competed against the best youth swimmers in the Pan American region on Monday at the Pan Am Junior Games. Gabrielle finished 7th in 29.68 seconds in Heat 1 of the women's 50-meter freestyle, and Kerry finished 8th in 24.35 seconds in Heat 4 of the men's 50-meter freestyle at the Pan Am Games. And now let's move on to cricket. West Indies made a steady start in reaching 69 for 1 after bowling out Sri Lanka for 204 before rain forced an early end to day 2 of the second cricket test in Gali on Tuesday. Left-arm spinners Veerasamy Permaul and Jomel Warakhan combined for 9 Sri Lanka wickets with career best performances. When play was called, Windies captain Craig Brathwaite was on 22 and Nkrumah Bonner on 1. The tourists trailed Sri Lanka by 135 runs with 9 wickets in hand. Permaul, in his first test in more than 5 years, snagged 5 wickets for 35 runs to register his first 5-wicket haul. Warakhan took 4 for 50, also a career best. The only West Indies wicket was taken by Sri Lanka's Prevan Jayawickrama, who trapped Jermaine Blackwood for 44. He faced 99 balls and hit 5 boundaries and reviewed the decision unsuccessfully. Rain is playing a big part in the match, with 2 sessions lost on the first day and a session's worth on overs on Tuesday. Sri Lanka won the first test by 187 runs at the same venue, and the Windies must win the second to draw the series. And that's a look at what's happening in sports. Stay with us. Regional and international news are up next. Tonight's One Caribbean hookup begins, of course, in Barbados. The Caribbean nation is now a republic after ending its ties with the British monarchy. Sandra Mason has been sworn in as president, replacing Queen Elizabeth as head of state. Al Jazeera's Lucia Newman was at the festivities in Bridgetown, Barbados.
The declaration of the world's newest republic was marked by celebrations. With the music, song, and dance that Barbados is so well known for. But above all, it was time for solemnity. Prince Charles arrived for the last time as the representative of the Queen, Barbados's head of state, marking the end of the British monarchy's ties with the island once known as Britain's Caribbean crown jewel.
The creation of this republic offers a new beginning, but it also marks a point on a continuum.
Then the British military flag was lowered, replaced by one that represents only Barbados, which now has a new president, Sandra Mason.
We now turn our vessel's bow towards the new republic. We do this so that we may seize the full substance of our sovereignty.
Barbados was Britain's first and most important slave colony, whose sugar fields produced vast wealth for the empire. It gained independence only 55 years ago, but retained the monarchy. Barbados became one of the Queen's 16 realms, but for many, the time had come to cut the umbilical cord with the monarchy. Duane, a Bajan as Barbadians call themselves, sells tiny salty fruit that grows by the seaside, a specialty here. He agrees with the change. But others, like 19-year-old Kishona, says that the decision to break with the monarchy was imposed on them by the Prime Minister without consultation.
It wasn't even explained. Just one day she said it's republic, and that was it.
The new president will have a largely ceremonial role behind the Prime Minister, and Barbados will remain a part of the British Commonwealth, which Queen Elizabeth heads. This former Quaker plantation has been the residence of the Governor-General, the Queen's representative in Barbados, for the last 55 years. Now it will be the residence of this country's new president, making Barbados the world's youngest republic, at least for now. As a farewell present of sorts, the Prime Minister awarded Prince Charles the country's Medal of Freedom, and then announced another surprise, the nation's Hero Award to the country's most famous citizen, singer Rihanna, who is also an ambassador for Barbados. In practical terms, not that much will change. But for a great many here, no longer having to pay tribute to a monarchy that brought their ancestors here from Africa in chains is a change that was long overdue. Lucia Newman, Al Jazeera, Bridgetown, Barbados.
Congratulations, Barbados. In other news, as the new COVID-19 variant Omicron strengthens and migrates across the world, Guyana has no immediate plans of imposing a travel ban on countries affected by the virus. Instead, President Irfan Ali has said that while health authorities await additional word from the World Health Organization, the land of many waters have the requisite tools needed to fight the new strain. Tamika Rodney has the details.
An effort to quell fears of Guyanese people over the latest COVID-19 variant, first identified in South Africa, Omicron, President Irfan Ali, during a televised address to the nation on Monday, noted that Guyana's only defense against the pandemic is vaccination. In response to the variant, Poland, Trinidad and Tobago and other countries around the world instituted travel bans on flights to some African countries and extended quarantine period for some travelers, among other things. However, similar approaches have not been taken by local health authorities. Noting that there are adequate vaccines available in Guyana, President Ali appealed to over 100,000 unvaccinated adults to access the jabs, and for those who have completed the 2-dose series to take the booster shots. As of Sunday, 399,829 adults, or 77.9% of the adult population, had been immunized. Those fully vaccinated amount to 276,888, which is equivalent to 54%. Earlier this year, health authorities had indicated that there were approximately 500,000 eligible adults for vaccination. Guyana is still striving to achieve herd immunity, which entails 85 to 90% of the population becoming inoculated. The World Health Organization has designated Omicron a variant of concern. It is not yet clear whether this new variant is more transmissible compared to other variants, including Delta. Tamika Rodney reporting for the HGB Nightly News.
Moving internationally, airlines are starting to feel the effects of the new Omicron variant of COVID-19, with Emirates and EasyJet both warning of the risks to travel demand. Al Jazeera has this report.
The world's airlines are bracing for a fresh impact from the Omicron variant. On Tuesday, the strongest warning came from Mideast carrier Emirates. Company President Tim Clark warned that any hit to seasonal travel will be devastating for an industry already battered by 2 years of heavy losses.
I would say probably by the end of December, we'll have a much clearer position. But in that time, December is a very important month for the air travel business. And if that is lost, or the winter is lost to a lot of carriers, there will be significant traumas in the business, certainly the aviation business and the periphery of that.
UK budget airline EasyJet says it's already seeing a drop-off in demand. It says resurgent health worries, including Omicron, have prompted people to rethink plans for city breaks, though it says the impact isn't yet as bad as during earlier lockdowns. On Tuesday, the airline reported a loss of $1.5 billion for the year to the end of September. Scandinavia's SAS also said it remained in the red for the August to October quarter. The latest warnings come after multiple countries, including the US, UK, Japan and Israel, imposed travel curbs in response to the new virus variant.
And finally, internationally, Lesotho's former Prime Minister Thomas Thabane has been charged over the murder of his estranged wife in a case that has shocked the Southern African Highland Kingdom.
Lesotho's former Prime Minister Thomas Thabane has been charged over the murder of his estranged wife Dipolelo. Appearing at the High Court of Lesotho on Tuesday, he sat alongside his current wife Mayazaya, who has also been charged over the murder. Dipolelo was shot dead as she sat in her car near her home, days before Thabane was sworn in as Prime Minister in June 2017. The pair were going through an acrimonious divorce at the time. In a case that has shocked the Southern African Highland Kingdom, police allege that Mayazaya hired 8 assassins to kill Dipolelo, but was not present at the shooting. Thabane married Mayazaya 2 months later. They have both denied involvement in the killing. Thabane resigned as Prime Minister in May 2020 after coming under pressure to quit from opposition figures, South African mediators and his own party. At the preliminary interview in closed chambers on Tuesday, charges against the 82-year-old were read out. They also include the attempted murder of Tato Sibola, who was with Dipolelo when she was killed, and malicious damage to property, namely the victim's car. The case will be heard from the 8th to the 10th of March next year.
And that's it for regional and international news. Stay with us. A recap of the headlines is next. let's recap tonight's headlines. Driving instructors take protest action after traffic department strips 30-year-old guide marks for driving students, saying it is immoral. Social Development Minister Delma Thomas defends the continued leadership of political leader and Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell. Government called on to honor its promise to divest Grenlex shares to the Grenadian people. Governor General Dame Cecile Lagrenade and Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell were among scores of dignitaries to officially welcome the Republic of Barbados. In regional news, it's now the Republic of Barbados after ending ties to British monarchy. And international developments, airlines warn that the Omicron COVID-19 variant will hit travel again. And in sports, Grenada and other Caribbean athletes shine in the pool at Junior Pan Am Games. That's the end of GBN News for today, Tuesday, November 30th, 2021. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I am Blossom Alexis-Welsh on behalf of the entire GBN News team. Enjoy the rest of your night.